grandson, the right thought. When you go no contact with the world, when you come out of the world, then you're able to see clearly what the world was offering you all along, what it was truly giving you, what the world actually is giving you, which in reality is nothing. You'll start to see it. You just have to come out of it yourself, like your father told you to do. You'll start to see that it's dead. It only functions because you give it your energy. You make it alive. When you disconnect from it, it no longer has a source of energy to live on. And so it dies. The illusion fades away. You start to understand that it's you that's powering what you're looking at. It's you that's powering your experience. It feeds off of you. So if you're able to hear with your spiritual ears this message, you're going to benefit greatly from it. You often hear me say, you see? You see? What that truly means is, are you able to implement? Are you able to put it into work now? That's what I'm actually asking you. Are you able to make an effective use out of what you've heard in your daily living? See, that's why we're to be unattached to this world. Like Yahusha said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? Unattached to this 3D world and only attached to the truth. And the truth is I am. Eventually, you will all understand that simple truth. That's what he means by every knee shall bow. It means submit to the truth. Humble down to the same exact truth in the end. Everyone will do it. See, because of ego, everybody wants to establish their own truth. See, my truth. This is my truth. It may be your experience. It may be your rendition. It may be your side. It may be your viewpoint. It may be all kind of things. But is it the truth? See, ego needs something to feed on, just like the spirit does. See, Abba was already telling y'all all of this about how the spirit needs food, right? In order for you to spiritually grow, you need to feed your spirit. Is it not written? So then, if you're not feeding your spirit, are you feeding your ego? As the scripture says, the flesh. I mean, you guys all feed your flesh every day so that you can move about and have energy and have fuel for the body, right? Well, the spirit has fuel. So does the ego. What is the ego's fuel? Attention. That's what the ego eats. It eats attention. So, do you understand fasting and going into the wilderness? The wilderness means solitary. Like solitary confinement. That's what the wilderness actually means. We think of a desert, and why? Because a deserted place, see? There's nobody there but you. Do you understand what Yahusha did the 40 days? Do you understand what Moses did for the 40 days? You see? What's actually going on? The separation from the 3D world to see what actually is real, to see what actually is truth. And then you're going to find Abba Yah's word is truth, just like it's written. Just like it's written in there. Abba Yah's word is truth. Simple as that. That's what you'll discover. It may sound strange that I'm telling you that, and that I'm telling you it's that simple. That may sound strange to you. It doesn't make it any less potent. It doesn't make it any less effective to know it. If you think that the great creator created us, the top of the whole creation is us, guys. Everything that exists out here, we have dominion over it. Isn't it clear that we do? Isn't it obvious that we do? Strongest beast there is out there is come upon man. And man has devised a little device he can shoot a projectile from, a little bead out of, that will kill that beast instantly. He will set a trap for that beast that beast can't set himself. Man is the top. And you're telling me that Abba Yah didn't make it easy for him to have success? He didn't make it easy for him to live? He didn't want him to live abundantly? He didn't want man to have everything that he needs? Would you do that if you created something? Would you make it ugly and destroyed and dilapidated? Is that what you would do if you created something? I don't think so. But yet man destroys when he makes something. It's destructive when he does it. Why? Because he's not feeding his spirit when he's living. He's feeding his ego, which is attention. He wants attention. That's all that he wants. Let's make it obvious and clear for all of y'all. Like I said, just so you can see the potency of what I'm telling you. So that your mind can shake the cobwebs out and you can get single-minded. Make your eyes single out here like it's written. Stop being confused and going left and right and going, wait a minute, it's only one thing happening here. I'm wearing these nice-ass clothes because I want attention. Let me take all the lies off of why I say I got the clothes. Let me take all the lies off. The reason why I have these nice-ass clothes is because I want attention. Let's narrow it down and make our eyes single to one answer. Attention. The reason why I want that big-ass, nice-ass house is attention. The reason why I want a whole bunch of subscribers, whether they are listening or benefiting from what I'm saying or not, it's not important to me. What's important is that I have a blue check next to my name. Why? Attention. So that when people see me, they'll say, oh, wow, he's certified. Attention. See, there's a saying called attention whore, isn't it? Now, y'all all know what an attention whore is. So that's somebody who will sell themselves out for attention. They lust after it and they go a whoring after attention. That's what it means. So they're ego-based. You see how easy it is to understand? They only feed their ego. They don't feed their spirit. Yes, by the end of this year, I'm going to be in this position, and then I'm going to keep on grinding and working hard and putting in a bunch of hours. I'm going to have this position. Why? So you can get some attention? Is that why? So you can get a little bit of attention, you whore? Is that why? I don't want to just do that. I want to have the best. Why? So you can have more attention? Now let's see. Woman goes out to have a nice night out with the girls. She could dress modestly and cover herself, but she don't decide to do that, do she? She put on a little black dress and shit, thighs all popping. She done shaved her legs, shit glowing. She got them all oiled up and shining and shit. You like, damn, girl. I thought you said you were just hanging out with the girls. Well, I am, but I want to look good when I go out. She got on a whole bunch of makeup on her face, got her hair done, nails done, smelling good as hell. What the shit? Huh? Hold on a minute here. Why are you doing that, sister? Why did you get all dolled up? It wasn't so that you could get attention, was it? Come on. So everybody's attention whores out here. That's what they sick with. Ego. They sick with it. They're gluttonous. See, Abba Yah is a spirit. And those who worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Now see, when I just exalted my voice and said must like that, that ain't me doing that, y'all. Abba Yah told me to do that. He said, emphasize that. So the only way that I know how to do that is to go, must! To jolt you, to go, huh? What happened? What happened? For the kids that may be asleep in the back, you see. And to also stress it to let you know that there isn't any other way you can do it. Do y'all hear me clear? Y'all can't go to church, dress in nice clothes, sit in the front row, stay after, clean up, be on the usher board, be on the security team, drive the church bus, and think that's going to get you there. He said you must worship him in spirit and in truth. Not in flesh and in lies. Because that shit is lies, nigga. That shit be lies. Yes, all the altar boys that went up there that were thinking they're around a trusted priest. And this is the most trusted person that I could possibly be around if I'm a little boy. Yeah, right. See how it was just a cloak? See how it was worshiping God in the flesh? Yes. We're praying and singing these songs in Latin and putting our hands together and saying these fanciful Latin words and putting on this spiritual garment with a big cross on it and got a big rosary hanging around my neck. But meanwhile, you raping little boys. How strange. So do you see that that's the sickness? That people are trying to worship in the flesh when you can't do that. Because if you try to do that, then you're doing lies. Abba Yah has kept telling y'all. What did he say to the Israelites? He says, y'all doing all this stuff. That's not what I want. Y'all want to circumcise the flesh of your foreskin on your penis. I want you to circumcise the flesh of your heart that's covering your heart so that your heart can be tender. Like the penis is tender when you cut the foreskin off, the glands or the head of the penis is that's the most tender part of the penis. So I want that exposed. So cut the foreskin off. He's talking about your heart. Cut the foreskin that's on your heart, that's covering it, so that the tender part can be exposed. See how that working, y'all? See how it's spiritual? He said, y'all fast. So y'all stop eating food. See, physically, you stop eating physical food, and then you just sit there and you're losing weight, and you're looking all gaunt and shit, feeling all crazy and messed up for a few days. And then you go back to eating again. And you think you've done a great spiritual thing. See? But he says the fast I want you to do is to stop giving all your attention to your money and your status and your fame and your clout. I want you to fast from that shit, and I want you to help the fatherless out there. Okay? The children that don't have fathers. Do you see how Abba stresses that? Do you see why that's why the nation of Israel it was judged and we were put into slavery for hundreds of years? Because we were not doing that, guys. We weren't taking care of the fatherless. Now I ask you today, are we still not taking care of the fatherless children? Yes, we're still fucking that up. You still don't get it. You still think it's about that suit you got on, nigga. You still think it's about that money in your bank account. And it's not. Shame on you that you let these children die out here. That you let these children suffer the way that they do. Not seeing their fathers for what? So that a woman can have some fucking attention from all these other men. Instead of being loyal to the man that she had her child with. And say, here, this is your child that you love. You deserve to see your child that you love. More than anybody, more than even me. You deserve to see your child. We don't do that. We don't fight for that. Instead, we take them to court and we take all their money away. And we put them on the street as a bum. We take all this respect away and we make them ashamed of himself. Why do you do that to the children? Why do you put them in positions like that? And think that you're being righteous because you went to church today? Because you went to church and put some money in a fucking plate and you think you're righteous, you're not. Shame on you, Americans. Shame on you, world. Shame on all of you for what you've done. For what you've done, for not helping the widow. For not supporting her truly. You're just looking to lift up her skirt. You're looking for an opportunity to deceive her and go into her house like the scripture says. And y'all know what I'm saying is true. Y'all know the world is fucked up, and you know it is. I'm telling you what you feel. Why are you denying what you truly feel? Because I'm telling you what you feel in great clarity, what you ain't willing to say it. You're not willing to say what I'm saying. That's all it is. That's all it is. You still got fear because you still got a job. Because you're still invested in this world in some way. That's what's wrong with y'all. That's why y'all are still sick. That's why you still are still not able to see it like I'm able to see it. That's why. I ain't got no distractions. I'm not invested in this world at all. At all. I am a ghost. I am a Holy Ghost walking this earth. I live on this earth as a dead man, as a pilgrim liveth. Place to place, without any sure place to lay my head. Without any sure place to know what's going to come tomorrow. I don't know. And that's how I truly live, because that's what he told me to do. And that's what he told you to do. You're just not willing to do it. You're just not doing it. That's all it is. Because why? You're still stuck in your ego. You're still feeding it. Let it die. Starve it. Go no contact with it. When it asks for what it asks for, go no contact and tell it no. Because it ain't gonna benefit you. It's temporary. The flesh world is temporary. When you eat something, you feel satiated. You're gonna get hungry again, nigga. You're gonna get hungry again. But he said, I give you bread that you're not gonna hunger. I give you drink that you won't thirst anymore. Y'all don't want that. You don't cherish that. You don't believe that that's true. Then stop saying that you love the same one that I love, because you don't. Matter of fact, you call him by a whole totally different name than I do. So maybe we ain't serving the same person. Maybe we ain't serving the same one that says, I am he. If you believe that I am he, well, I believe that he is. Do you? You say, yeah, but you don't do anything that he tell you to do. You still take thought for tomorrow. You still take thought of what you shall eat or drink. Don't you, nigga? Don't you? Yes, you do. You're probably at work right now discussing it with your coworkers. Hey, man, what we're going to get for lunch, man? Let's see. What do you guys want? I want to pitch in and get some such and such. You guys all want to pitch in and get some bullshit is all it is that you guys going to get. That's all you're going to do. Something going to make you feel good. Going to release some endorphins in your brain when you munch on it. It's all the fuck y'all know. It's feeding your fucking ego, which is your temporary being. That's all it means when I say ego. It's the temporary part of yourself. And y'all don't think there is a temporary part of yourself. Well, then how come niggas is dying every day? How come you been at funerals then? Huh? If there ain't some part of this thing that's temporary, So then why are you trying to make the temporal part eternal when you can't do it? The flesh cannot inherit the kingdom of heaven. So the temporary part, in other words, cannot inherit the eternal part. The temporary part has to be let go. You have to release that part of yourself and let it go. Let it starve and die. So fast from the egocentric things of life. That's a true fast, my nigga. And it should be an eternal fast. Not just I'm gonna fast for 3 or 4 days from my ego life. If you're weak, then that's what you should do. Start exercising then. Do 3 reps then. Okay? Then you get a little bit stronger where you can do a little bit more reps. Okay? But you want to be able to do unstoppable reps with the ego. You just bench pressing the shit out the ego. Oh, I'm so strong now. This is nothing. It's like lifting a fucking feather. We crucify him daily. Is it written we die daily for the sake of Christ so that he can live through us, so that he can be our being? Isn't that what it says? So then why you keep serving up a buffet to your ego self when you're not serving up nothing on Christ's table for him? Why are you doing that? You have no treasures in heaven. When you're asked, well, what did you do that I told you to do? I'm not interested in all the stuff that you told yourself to do. When you stand before Christ and he says, what did you do that I told you to do? What will you be able to say on that day? What will you be able to say? See, because the truth is, people are not loving their neighbors as themselves. They're not loving which means they're not loving their neighbor with the same balance that they love themselves with. See how that's working? The same measure that they measure themselves with, they measure other people with the same one. You see? They're not actually doing that. So when you go no contact with it, you see how they're not actually putting energy into your relationship. You actually see it. You go, wait a minute. You go, these guys aren't even, they're not even putting energy in. They're not even putting energy into my relationship. I just thought they were. But it was me doing it. I was the initiator of all the things that we did, all the fun times we had, all the times we went out, all the phone calls, all of the good things that we experienced we had was actually me doing it. I just didn't realize that until I stopped. When I stopped putting the energy in, then I realized how much we were not hanging out, me and my so-called friend. When I stopped calling them, I started realizing how much they weren't actually calling me. When I stopped texting them, then I realized how much they weren't actually texting me. When I stopped asking them to go out, then I started to realize how much we weren't going out anymore. It wasn't like they were asking me and texting me and calling me the same that I was doing them. So you see how people aren't loving their neighbor as themselves? Not holding, but what did he say? The measure you meet, it should be measured unto you. See? So like I said, they'd be like, I love Jesus. Yes, I truly do. I love the Lord. But don't do none of that. They don't actually do any of that. They give themselves all kind of passes, but they don't give their brother no passes when he does wrong. Yeah, let's check that nigga. He's wrong as hell for that. But then that nigga do the same thing. Oh, shit, man. I'm going to get it together one of these days. wait a minute. Wait a minute. When you do it, it's you going to get it together one of these days. But when I do it, it's let's crucify this nigga. Oh, okay. I see the measure you meet. Well, that's going to be measured unto you again. You see? The Most High is going to treat you the way that you treat me. Uh-oh. Well, damn. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Did you know it? So look, let's start throwing some Cinderella slippers, shooting some Cinderella slippers up in the air, and let's just see whose feet they start landing on. There's a nation of Israel, a people of Israel that are enslaved in America. That's what's making it clear to you. Abba's doing that. And the race of people that had them enslaved in that land have a perpetual hatred toward them. And we've seen the proof of it. Y'all see what I'm trying to say? So somebody got to take self-accountability. Well, if you're not taking self-accountability, then are you living spiritually or you're living ego-based? You see why one people may not want the ego to die, the ego world to die. They want to keep it going. One of those people wants the ego world to die. They murmur and complain every day about the ego world. Is it true or not? So like I said, if you have ears to hear this message today, then you will benefit greatly from it. If you have ears to implement what I have told you, to choose the right fast today, okay? Not the ego-based fast. Yes, I went 5,000 days without eating a morsel of food. I was living off of oxygen alone. I was a breatharian. Okay, that's ego. That don't benefit a fatherless child, nigga. Do it. That don't benefit a widow. Do it. We need you to go to them. We need you to go to the poor and clothe him. You got 5,000 garments, but you've been fasting 5,000 days as well. Well, take some of them 5,000 garments and go give them to the poor. That would be more beneficial to the earth, wouldn't it? See how you niggas is ego-based? See how y'all just ego-based? Y'all just want to do shit just ego-based so people can give you that fucking attention that you can go, oh, how satiating that steak of attention was. That damn thing was so tasty. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? Y'all ain't got enough yet? You haven't had enough of that feeling yet to realize that it's just going to come and go. Come and go. Oh, I'm hungry again. Oh, I'm hungry again. Oh, I'm every fucking day. What am I going to eat today? What am I going to eat? What am I going to eat today? Y'all ain't tired of trying to figure that shit out? I be so fucking irritated when people ask me that. What you want to eat today? I be like, I don't fucking know, man. Shit. Whatever come to me, man. You love me, don't you? Well, yeah. Well, then give me something to eat that you think I would like then. So I ain't got to figure it out. That would free me up, help me, and love me, man. Shit, give me what you think I'd like. I don't want to think about it because I was told not to, so I don't think about it, man. Y'all niggas every day. What I'm going to eat today? What I'm going to eat? Oh my God, the food prices are going up. Oh shit. Oh, I'm going to eat. Oh, I'm going to buy groceries. Oh my God, I used to spend $200. Now I spend $500. Oh my God, I got to work extra hours. Now, fuck all that stress. You crazy as hell if you think I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing just like my master is when he was laying up in that boat with his feet kicked up and everybody was going, oh my God, we're going to die because of the wind and the waves. See, when you're spiritual, you know what actually is going on there. It's not a boat on some waves. It's what I just described to you. Oh my God, the food prices went up. It's $200 and now I spend $500. See, the winds are kicking up and now I feel like we're going to die. We're all going to perish on this boat because it looks like we're going to die. It looks like we're going to die. The 3D tells me it's going to die. Now I have fear, so I know we're going to die. Perfect love cast out fear. So I'm going to be asleep. Was Yahusha asleep? Is that my master? Well, then don't I do as my master do? Isn't that what y'all supposed to be doing? Y'all mad at me because I'm the son that's telling y'all being badass babies kids. I expect y'all to hate me for doing that. Just like when Joseph was hated for telling his brothers the truth. They was like, man, look at that tattletale. That's what they called Joseph. A tattletale. Well, that's probably what y'all call me. Look at this guy. He's always talking about we didn't do what daddy told us to do. Because you're not, nigga. And daddy gonna whoop your fucking ass for that shit, too. He gonna whoop your ass. How I know it? Because he whooped my ass. That's why I'm telling you this shit. And it was very painful, too. When he whooped my ass, it was very humbling and painful. But I'm so grateful for his rod of correction. It brings me so much comfort. To know that he has that thing ready for me when I go astray. Because I know that it means I'm safe. And I know that means he loves me. Because he who he loves, he correct often. Don't go that way, son. I love you. It's a cliff over there. Don't go that way. Okay, now I'm going to go this way. Hold on, don't go that way. It's a river down there. There's alligators in that bitch. Don't go down that damn hill. Okay, sorry. I didn't know. That's right. I know you didn't know. Come on back. All right, shit. Hey, don't go over that way. There's lions over there in the thicket. Don't go over there. It's lions hiding over there. Can bring your ass back over here. Hit me with the rod. Pow, get over here. I'm all confused. What's over there? I don't even know what's over there. It's danger there. Get your ass back. Hey. Out there in the prairie, Watch out, it's a pack of wolves down there. I'll go down there anyway. I don't think it's any wolves down there. He's like, hey, don't go down there. Whatever, I'm going. I get a fucking attacked and get ripped to fucking shreds and almost lose my life. Abba come to my rescue and save me with his staff. He beat those wolves to death with his staff. And then he picked my broken body up and he loved me and he healed my body back. Put the broken bones back together again and put the sinew and connected it back together and put muscles on my bones and laid flesh and overlaid my body again and stood me on my feet and put a holy mitri on my head and a breastplate on my chest and called me holy unto himself. Get your minds right today, Israel, and come back to your Father in spirit and in truth. And let him guide you back to the beautiful things, doing the loving things again and being tenderhearted and forgetting the things of this world that bring you no value, but loving your brother as yourself and loving those children as if they're your own children. Love each child as if it's your own child. There won't be any harm. There won't be any molestation or offenses if that's the case. Will it be? If we each loved every child as they were our own, if we had compassion on them as if they were our own child, we wouldn't harm them. If you looked at the woman next to you as your own sister, as your beloved sister, as a perfect virgin, then you would protect her. You wouldn't seek to harm her and steal her innocence from her, to degrade her, to steal her light from her. You wouldn't do it if you saw her as your own beloved sister. If you saw every elder woman as your own mother, as your own beloved mother, in truth, in spirit and in truth, not your fleshly mother who let you down, not your fleshly sister who let you down, your fleshly brother who let you down, but your spirit and in truth family, like Christ taught us, those who keep the commandments of the Most High Yah. Seek those out because those are your true family, not those of this world that only want to feed each other's egos, because when you're sitting around them at their tables, you know that's what you're doing. You know, in order for them to be comfortable around you, you must feed their egos with bullshit, with lies and vanity. And you know you're doing it. You know you're complimenting them on bullshit. You know you're upping things that they're talking about and it's bullshit. You know you're saying, yeah, brother, I know that's right, to some shit that's bullshit when you're talking to them. You know it is. You know it is. So come out of her today, my people. Shalom Israel.